Okay, we're going to start this analysis of Rashard's lecture on the flat earth. And here we go.
Well, used to, then I'm going to go over. I'm not the greatest artist in the world, but I did the best rendition I could of the earth. I'm going to, yeah, you can pan it real quick, and then afterwards I'm going to go over it.
Okay, this is his image of the earth that he drew. He's so proud of it, right? Okay, so what do we have here? Supposedly a image of the earth on its axis tilted. Okay, so I want to do an analogy of this image right here, right? Okay, so this image here, this tilted image here, is like this tilted image here of the earth on its axis. He's got his earth on his axis. And it's tilted, they say it's tilted at 23.4, but it's actually 66.6, 90 degrees. If you take away 23.4, it leaves 66.6. The reason why they don't tell you it's tilted at 66.6 because you would catch on and know that what you're looking at is the image of 666. This is the image, the 666 image spoken of in the Bible, right? Okay, so now Rashard is using the 666 image to teach with, okay? So we want to do it now. Where did this image come from? That's a good question, right? So here's where the first globe. This is the guy. His name is Bacon or whatever his name is. What he is, he's a symbol of the beast system coming out of Europe. All of them came out of Europe with this globe, right? They all came out of Europe with their pet image, the 666 image of the globe. Okay? And when they came out, this globe was, this is the first globe, the apple earth. It's after apple, after Babylonian legends, right? When it says apple, it's already trying to put a spell on you, right? So they're coming out with their apple earth. This in 1492, the same year the Moors were defeated. And the same year Christopher Columbus sailed the ocean blue. So what is this all symbolic of? It's symbolic of the demise of the Negro kingdoms of Europe, the Hebrews, and all of the kingdoms of Europe, all the tribes of the world actually. The rise of the European Caucasian who's going around the world to spread this globe by force. All the people they were killing, they were making them bow down to this image. And once they defeated them, they just put them in school and brainwash them with the image. They don't have to defeat. They already defeated. Now they just brainwash them. Okay? So this is where the origin of the globe comes from. 1492 was the first globe. In 1492, the same year of the Moors' defeat. Okay? This is letting you know something, right? It's all connected. So, we have here the 666 image of the globe, brought forth by the captors and the slave drivers. Okay? So now Rashard's teaching with that image, right? Now, so let's learn more about this 666 image of the globe. Okay. This globe, here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beasts, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 600, 6. This is Revelations 13:18. Okay? So, the first 666 is this tilted at 666 off the axis. That's what the axis is for. They're saying it's spinning and it's tilted off that axis. Okay? Second 666. The speed of the globe's orbit is 66,600 miles per hour. It's said to be supposed to be orbiting around the sun at that speed. Okay? That's the second 666. Curvature in 1 mile squared, 0.666 feet. And then at 10 miles, it'll still be 666. It just goes up at intervals of 6. At 100 miles, it'll still be 666. Goes in the up intervals of 6. At 1,000, it's still 666. So what does this mean? It means when you look at the curvature of a globe is curved is 666. See, when you look at it, it's 666. So it's the image, that's what you look at, of 666. The Earth axis of rotation and its plane of orbit around the sun is 66.6 degrees. So that's that's 4 666s so far. The polar circles are located near the poles of the Earth at 66.6 north and south latitude. So that's when you look at it too, the dynamics of it. So it's shaped, it's 666 all on it, all right? That's enough. It's actually a whole lot more. That's enough right there, right? So you have your 666 Earth here. Given to about it, you have Richard teaching with it. So we got that. Now let's learn more about these graven images. Okay? So, now we're in the books of Exodus over here. We're going to go to Exodus. We're in chapter 20. And it says, I am Yahweh. We're going to start here, verse 2. I am Yahweh, thy Elohim, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Thou shalt have no other Elohims before me. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image or any likeness of anything that is in heaven, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water underneath the earth. So now we have Rashard here, making his graven image and so proud of it, of the earth, when the commandment says don't do that. It's a reason why it says it doesn't do it, because you don't even know what the shape of the earth is. So let's investigate that. And it's definitely not a 666 earth. That's a fake world. Okay? That's the world, that's a satanic world. Okay? So now we're here at Job 38, and we're going to start here at verse number 18. Hast thou perceived the breadth of the earth? Declare if thou knowest it all. So the Most High is saying, do you know this word right here, breadth, means width. Look it up. So let's get it straight. There's no width on a ball. It's a circumference. There's no such thing as a width on a ball. There's no width, okay? So the world, the image that Ricard is referring to and trying to draw, it's a circumference. It's not a width. And this is telling you that it's not a ball, okay? A width is on a flat plane, okay? And this is, the Most High is being truthful, and these people going around with these balls, they need to go play some basketball, okay? Okay? And stop trying to say, listen, the width of the earth, declare it. So first of all, he's all off base. He's trying to show you circumference, and that's what's wrong, right? That's pure idolatry. So we got that established. He's all off base with that. And no man knows the width of the earth. Nobody can go to the end of the earth. NASA or nobody. Because we're only on the face of the earth. There's a whole lot more to the earth that we can't go to right now. Okay? Now let's read some more about this, what it says about this, about people who say they know the shape of the earth, making all these images, but don't. This is start at verse 2. Who is this that darkeneth counsel by words without knowledge? Gird up now thy loins like a man, for I will demand of thee, and answer thou me. Where was thou when I laid the foundations of the earth? Declare if thou hast understanding. So the earth has foundations. 4 foundations: earth, wind, fire, air. For the 4 foundations of the earth. Okay? So we got the earth and its foundations. Who have laid the measures upon? If thou knowest, or who have stretched the line upon it. Okay, so the line is measured upon the earth, right? So it's no line on the ball. A ball is not linear, okay? A ball is globular, and circular, and round. So when the Most High created the earth, he set a line upon it, okay? Upon the foundation. Whereupon the foundations thereupon fastened. So the foundations are fastened to the line upon the earth, to the straight line. That's why when you see a picture of Newt and Gib, Newt is going over, arced all the way over. Her 2 feet are touching the earth, and her 2 hands are touching the earth. That represents the 4 foundations, and then it's going over to a flat earth on both sides, right? What that picture actually is science, and it's the technology of the earth, okay? Whereupon are the foundations thereof fastened. Okay. Or who laid the cornerstone thereon. Okay. So it's no such thing as a corner on a ball. Okay. The cornerstone. Also, this cornerstone is also Christ also. So when you reject this cornerstone, you're rejecting Christ also. Because Christ is the cornerstone of the earth. He's the cornerstone of all creation, right? So here's the cornerstone of the earth right here, of the creation of the earth. So if you reject this cornerstone, and there's no cornerstone on a ball, it's no corner. So Richard has showed a picture with no line, there's no line on the ball, and no corner, there's no corner on the ball, okay? Saying he understands the shape of the earth. When the morning star sang together, and all the sons of Elohim shouted with joy. So the Most High said when he was creating this world, everybody was happy. Now everybody's making this blasphemy's earth. Blasphemy. Making this idolatrous, thinking they know what the shape of the earth is and all this. Right? Putting up these 666 images and stuff. Okay? So now, to Job 37. And go right here. Okay, the verse number 10, where it says, by the breath of Elohim, frost is given. So the breath of Elohim, that's air. The breath is the air of Elohim, and the frost is given. So he blows a little cool air on the precipitation and makes frost. And the breadth of the waters is straightened. So the width of the waters is straightened. So on the earth, the water is wide, not a circumference. The water is not bent or curved. That's idolatry. Get this straight right now. We're here to make the crooked way straight. And guess what the crooked way is? All this stupid, painted, bending water that's just idolatry. You never seen water bent or curved. That's satanic, okay? Straight water is real. Bent water, what Richard is trying to show you in that globe, is what you call idolatry. It's not scientific and it's not biblical. And the Bible is telling you about science, saying that water is straightened. Reality. See, if the Elohim was telling me that water was bent, I would say, Elohim, could you prove that? But I don't have that problem. He's telling me reality. He's telling me it's straightened. And guess what Satan is telling you? Insinuating that it's bent, like what Shar showing you on that globe. Okay, so now we got this straightened. And let's understand this. Elohim thundereth marvelously with his voice. Great things doeth he which we cannot comprehend. So you can't comprehend the width of the earth. Nobody's been to the end of the earth. Can you comprehend how the moon has its own light? Can you comprehend how the sun is not a ball, it's a light, and it only shines down and not in all directions? Can you comprehend that? Can you comprehend where the end of the earth is on a flat plane? Okay? Can't comprehend Especially when you're in idolatry, you definitely can't comprehend even the things that he revealed to you about the creation. Okay? And we have a little bit more here. I'm going to go right here. It says, doest thou know the balancing of the clouds, the wondrous works of him which is perfect in knowledge? Okay. The clouds, you have condensed water, you have vaporizing water. So when the water vaporizes and it rides upon the air and it's riding away from the earth, all the waters of the world, they're riding away from the earth. What's stopping it from all the water from just evaporating from the earth and just totally leaving the earth? What's stopping it? What's stopping it, making it go up in the air, stop, and then form clouds? And let's get this straight. Gravity has no effect on water. It rides up in the air, and it clouds up in the air that weighs thousands and thousands of pounds, and there's no gravity pulling it down. It's just sitting up in the air, and it comes down when the Most High commands it to come down. Okay? No gravity is holding it. No gravity stopped it from going up in there. It has no effect on water. It has no effect on light. It has no effect on air, because gravity is not a real thing. It's a theory created in 1666 under an apple tree, pure idolatry. Okay, now back to this. What's stopping the air pressure? What's stopping the water? You know how much pressure is in a hurricane? What's pressurizing the air? Something has to be holding that air to make it pressurize. When you put air in your tire or your car to firm up that tire, you're mimicking the firmament. As above, so below. In this instance, it's like this. Something has to be holding that air in over above in order for you to take it and put it through that pump and into the tire of your car, right? So what's holding the vibrations? You know, the vibrations is related to the air, right? When an airplane has a sonic boom, boom. It's just like when you're in a shower and you have all those walls around you and you can feel the voice bounce off that wall. Those sonic booms is bouncing off the firmament. And so is the air being held in by the firmament. And so is the water being held in by the firmament. And let's read about the firmament right here in verse number 18. It says, "Hast thou with him spread out the sky, which is strong, as a molten looking glass." Also, you're getting optics from the firmament. When you're looking at the sun, you're looking at optics. You're looking through a glass, and the sun is to the side, but it comes in at an angle. So you have to understand the ways of the Most High and stop thinking simplistic. And then you can expand your mind. Okay, so now let's learn about this water once and for all and this flat earth. Okay, more than what we've already learned. The water is straightened and the earth is straightened with. So let's read more about it in the first book, in the book of wisdom, in the first chapter in Genesis, in verse number 2. "And the earth was without form and void, and darkness was on the face of the deep." So what is the face of the deep? The face of the deep is underneath the ocean, where the ocean lays on top of it. So what's the facing part? The face is called a panim in Hebrew. And the panim is a 180-degree level of existence, like this. You can have mountains and stuff underneath, but it's all laid out in a horizontal plane. Okay, nothing circular. Panim is nothing circular about a panim. It's straight, and we're going to find out about that. Just like that water straight. So let's get into it. Upon the face of the deep, and the spirit of Elohim, that's air, moved upon the face of the water. So doesn't air press down on the face of the water? So we have three elements. We have the earth, air, and water, and Elohim said, "Let there be light." So we have all the elements right here in the four foundations of the earth right there, right? And we have the face of the deep, flat level plane underneath the water, and then we have the face of the water, totally flat, panim and panim. And what other panim do we have? It's three panims underneath your feet on your level of existence. What's the next panim? Have you guessed it yet? It's the face of all the earth. And Elohim said, behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed which is upon the face of all the earth. So all the earth is facing in one direction. And every tree in which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed to you, it shall be for meat. So all the earth is facing in one direction and one panim. Okay? That's your flat earth right there again. And then, that's under your feet. Then you have, first you have the face of the deep under your feet. Then you have the face of the waters on top of that. Panim, panim. Then you have the face of the earth. That's your horizon. The horizon means horizontal. Horizontal is nothing curved about it. They play a game with you that horizontal is curved. That's stupid. It's either horizontal or curved. The Bible is telling you reality. It's a panim and it's horizontal. So let's investigate that panim. Oh, something else about that face of the deep. Got to get this in here. It's very important. In Proverbs, it's in a circular. So it's the face of the deep. It's a face, but it's circular. It's circular. Right? It's circular like a pizza. Right? So let's read about that. This is Proverbs 8:27. When he prepared the heavens, I was there. When he set a compass upon the face of the deep. So depth. So this face of the depth is the same word for the face of the deep in that same chapter in Genesis. You can check it for yourself. So he made it circular. He put a compass on it and etched it in the earth. The great architect of the earth, he made a compass on the face of the deep, so it's circular like a pizza. And the earth comes out of that water, and it holds all the water in that circle, in the face of the deep. And the earth comes out of there, okay? And let's learn about that panim. Here's the word in the Strong's Concordance, panim.
Strong's H 6440, panim, panim. Cassinius Lexicon, penuel, penuel. Second entry, peniel, peniel.
Okay, let's learn about that panim. All right. Here we go. Panim, plural, but always as singular, of an unused noun. Panim, from 64, H64, 37. The face. So the panim has a face. There's no such thing as a face on the ball. A face is a smoothed out portion just for a function. The ball is just all one surface. It doesn't have a face. So a ball is a world without a face. It doesn't have a face. It doesn't have a panim. It doesn't have a face and it doesn't have a panim. As the part that turns. So the face is a part, just like turning your face. Used in a great variety of applications, literally and figuratively. Also with prepositional prefix as a preposition before, etc. Except a, be, for, time, against, anger. As long as, at, battle, because of, beseech, continence, like the continence of your face. Edge, there's no edge on the ball. Employ, endure, inquire. Face, there's no face on the ball. Favor, fear of, for, forefront. This is the forefront part. See, this is a forefront part. There's no forefront part on the ball. It's just all one circular part. It's a forefront part. Like the panim of the water is the forefront part. The panim of the face of the earth, face of the deep is the forefront part. Former, time, forward, front. What? From, front. The front part of the water is the panim, the level on the top, and the front part of the earth on the top is the panim, heaviness, himself. honorable, imprudent, in, it, looketh, me, meet, more than, mouth. Your mouth is a pinene. Your mouth is a pinene. Of, off, otai, on, open, out, of, over, against. The partial. The face, the pinene is just the face. It's a whole body to the earth. We only live on the face of the earth. The Most High is letting you know it's a whole nother part of the earth that we don't even live on. The face is just a particle, part of the earth. Person, please, presence, prospect, was, proposed, by, reason of regard, right forth, serve, shubed, sight, state, straight. Pinemes are straight. There's nothing straight on a globe or ball. Nothing straight. The world is not. The world is a pinene where we live on, and it's not a ball because it's not straight. Street, thee, them, cells, through, out, till, time, past, unto, toward, up on. When the Bible is saying up on the earth, it means up on. That's why it never says around the earth. It always says up on the earth. Upside down. The upside of the water is the pinene and is down under your feet. The upside of the earth, the face of the earth, is the pinene, is down under your feet. The upside of the deep is the pinene, down under your feet. Within, stand. You stand over the top of it. Okay? So now we got the pinene, we got all that. And now we go back here. And now we know why this image right here. Let me see. Now we know why this image right here is idolatry. It's idolatry. First of all, you try to draw an image of the earth and you don't even know what it is. Second, you're using all the idolatry, and it's just pure idolatry. So we're just going to proceed with that. Proof is in the pudding. So let's go and let's hear what he's got to say.
Do me a favor, when you read the four corners of the earth when it comes to Revelation 7, I want to show you how philosophy can make you believe something. And you try to use the scriptures to back it up, and the scriptures has nothing to do with it.
Okay, let's understand this. Let's understand this. That the globe is all philosophy. And philosophy without scientific experiment is garbage. Example, the bending water is philosophy. Okay? You never seen bending water in a scientific experiment. What's a scientific experiment? When you pour a glass of water, that's a scientific experiment. You get flat water, just like the Bible says. So the Bible and science are in harmony. And the bending, freaky, stupid, painted on water of a globe, that philosophy is pure philosophy. It's not in harmony with the Bible or science. Okay? And when you say that the Most High is making that stupid water, you making him into an idol maker. Okay?
Right? Revelation 7:1, read it. Yeah, read that scripture. Yes.
Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter.
Ecclesiastes 12:13 says, instead of being tossed to and fro in these different winds of doctrines and books and beliefs about God, let's hear the conclusion of the matter. What should be our foundation?
Now, the scripture said you will be tossed to and fro on a ball. So the ball doctrine is when that's what the Bible's talking about, being tossed to and fro on the ball. And that's the bogus doctrine. Okay?
Fear the Most High. Where do we learn to fear the Most High at? In the Bible. The do's and don'ts. Right? Because why? Anyone can follow the conspiracy religion. I see straight up sodomites listed in conspiracy sites. Tell me what the government is doing. When you are being used against us through the government. A man reaper, a woman reaper, a child reaper. Tell me what the government is doing. The government is not doing a good enough job if you are loose to make a website.
Oh, they got got sodomites and crazy people in all the religions, okay? Judaism, Hebrewism, Christianity, Buddhism, you know, you name it. So that doesn't make any sense.
Anybody can be a conspirator. Read.
Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter.
Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter.
Fear the Most High and keep His commandments.
Fear the Most High and keep His commandments. Where are the commandments found in the Bible?
He didn't keep the commandments about drawing a graven image. And then he got exposed in this graven image. It's a graven image of the 666 that is forced on us by our captors, okay? Which he's promoting. And all these Hebrews out there that is promoting this image, Esau's image of 666 globe, hey, this is a big sellout, you know? And you have some Hebrews that teach the truth. And then all the truth is being exposed with them supporting this 666 globe. It's being exposed right now.
See, that's our foundation. Read.
For this is the whole duty of man.
That's the duty of man. And guess what? When you follow the commandments, when we understand the Bible is love first, family first, nation first, church first, right? And understand how
The Bible is truth first. The Holy Spirit is the spirit of truth. Okay? It's going to lead you to truth in all things and lead you away from the idolatry in the 666. The Bible, the spirit of truth is not going to lead you to believing in fake bending water. It won't do that.
fragile those relationships can be. We'll do anything to hold to that unity. We'll make sure that we're not going to just destroy everything that has been built amongst us from some philosophy we found online.
This guy's really scared of that flat earth, right? Okay, continue.
What's more important? The love that we find in these scriptures? See? What's more important? If it means that I'm not down with my brother, what I'm going to do, separate from my brother because I believe it's a flat earth?
If people are choosing the 666 earth, a person is to stand alone if they need be. You're going to rush with the crowd in the 666 earth because you want to be down with your brother? The Most High said, worship me in spirit and truth. He didn't say be down with your brother, because the Most High said they've all was bowed down to the image of Baal, but I reserve me a remnant that don't bow down to the image. Those are the elect, right? Who don't have the spirit of slumber, who have eyes that can't see or ears that can't hear, right? It's not about being down with your brother. Keep listening.
Now, of course, if I believe that, I have to prove that. And my brother saying, listen, brother, the scripture talks about a flat earth. So there's something else going on with you that's having you believe that. That's a danger to all of our.
So, okay, now he's brainwashing his people like there's no flat water, no panemes, no flat earth in the scriptures. So you crazy if you think that. So he gonna chastise his brother, slap rank on him. Like if you believe in that, you endangering all of us. This is a reverse psychology right here.
Existence. Because they can make you believe that, and then they can come up with other alternative things that can be a threat to us.
The threat is that 666 globe, okay? That's the real threat. Let's continue.
That's the whole point. It's not about the flat earth. It's the idea of accepting something that's not found in the scripture. That's the problem.
If you notice, he's not trying to go into the science, to explain the bending water and all. What he's doing is scare tactics. This is they use scare tactics.
It's deeper than just a flat earth. It's the fact that they can get in you turn against your own with a philosophy. See?
Anybody knows that the globe is a philosophy? Okay, they're both philosophies. Let's go with that. Flat Earth and the globe is philosophies. No, nothing has rank over the other. Just because a lot of people believe something doesn't make it right. Okay? Isn't that what the Bible said? That they was all believing in the image, but he had a chosen few that didn't believe in the image? You know, just because they're both philosophies. He keep acting like the globe is a proven thing. That is con game. The globe is no way proven. Period. There's no scientific proof for a globe. Let's continue.
Right. As I mentioned last night in the meeting, I received an email from a sister who right now her and her husband are divided in this matter to the point where her husband no longer even wants to go to Passover and deal with anything because they're divided on this flat earth theory. So it shows you the degree of the division that's being brought in this philosophy.
There's people that believe in the Most High. They're willing to go to the one person, the whole family is about it because one believes in the flat earth. And the other's like, what's this? To the point where he's not going to go to the Passover because he believes in the flat earth. See, these are the levels we're talking about.
So let's understand this. You got a Hebrew man who's got a family, probably kids. He doesn't want to believe in the 666 world no more. That his captors forced his people to believe in with blood and now with brainwashing. Okay? So he's snapping out of the spell. He doesn't want to believe in that no more. And he's studying or whatever to find out what the real cosmos is. Probably using the scriptures to do it. That's the place to get the answers is in the scriptures. Now, his wife still wants to hold on to the globe. Right? Okay, so it's a dilemma in the family. So now, what is the solution to this? They have to get together and analyze the situation, study the scriptures, and see what the scriptures really says. Does the scriptures really say we live on a ball? Does the scriptures really say the water is bent? Does the scriptures really say that the earth is rotating? Does the scriptures really say that the sun is 93 million miles away? Okay? That's what they have to do. And the other thing about this too, this is the man. God speaks to the man first. Eve, she didn't listen to Adam. She listened to the serpent who usurped the man's rank. So now these guys are insinuating and usurping the man's rank right here. You see what I'm saying? Look at this real closely now. Okay? So, women doesn't know physics as much as men do. Men are the mechanics of the world, building all the guns and all the bombs and stuff like this. They understand physics more than females. Okay? Now, so that's why Satan is coming up trying to capitalize on the woman, trying to make her usurp her man's authority. What the answer to their problem is sit down and see what the scriptures actually say. Don't try to bully somebody. This is showing you how these people are not even listening to the real, are not even being respecting the family, which the scriptures always respect the family, which God told Adam the commandments. So Adam would have had to told Eve. So he dealt with the man first.
It's deeper than just the flat earth. There's a spirit that's connected with it. That would make you shun the Most High's high holy day. That would make you shun your own brothers.
Maybe that guy didn't want to go to a place that's teaching the 666 earth. Because there's going to be a lot of strife in the Hebrew community as long as you guys are promoting the 666 earth. A lot of people are going to be saying, what are you doing? And you're going to lose. And that's what this guy's really worried about. Let's continue.
If you separated by yourself in line with others that are just chatting on Facebook about a flat earth, and that's what's actually feeding your spirit now? That's the source you're drawing from now? I'm telling you, it's not about the flat earth. It's about the demon in that Eastern religion that...
So let's start this. Let's get this now. This guy's always coming up putting demons and angels where they ain't supposed to be anyway. See, now he's using this scare tactics. It's about this demon. But let's explain something. It's the demon is always the one pointing, saying, "There goes the demon. Here come the demon." That is the actual demon. And let me show you the proof of this. The one who's talking about all these demons is the one showing you the image of the 666 globe and going to teach from it. He's going to be revealed even more. But you have to understand the reverse psychology of these con artists. And now he's going to say, using his scare tactics, it's the demon. It's not the demon. You sit down and you show the science of that globe you're supporting and show where it's in the Bible it's got a 666 earth. Okay?
Created it. That's what has attached itself to those that believe.
Oh, yeah. Plus, he's trying to say that this one individual, Al Burundi or they started the flat earth. Listen, every culture throughout the ancient world knew that water was flat and understood the elements, or else they wouldn't be able to build big pyramids and all this type of stuff. And let's get this straight also. The white man don't believe in the globe. He's telling the stupid people that. He believe in the flat water just like the Bible says. Listen, he's flying in airplanes over the water all day long, okay? Military operations right close up on the water. Have you ever heard of an airplane flying away from the curb? You know? Flying away from the curve. No, they fly right over the flat water. The water's flat. Nobody stupid can rule the world. People who believe in bending water are stupid, who believe in these idols. He gives you the stupid stuff to believe in while he practices the real thing. So let's continue.
This theory. And that's
Oh, but all ancient civilizations had the flat earth and had the dome over the top. They knew the elements. They knew something had to be holding the pressure in. Okay? If you have nothing holding the pressure in, you wouldn't have air and all that stuff like that, man. That's what the Bible's teaching you about the elements.
why, even though they don't even understand why they're holding on to it, they don't realize they let in a demon. Right? I'm going to show you
This guy is the demon. you let him in. Okay.
an example. Read Revelation 7 and 1. I'm just going to show you just an example. I want y'all to read this with me. And just listen. Be open with the understanding you have right now.
He says be open with the understanding you have right now. In other words, be open with this garbage I'm teaching you, this mindset I'm putting you in.
Right? Read Revelation 7 and 1.
Revelation 7 and 1. And after these things I saw four angels standing on the four corners of the earth, holding the four winds of the earth.
Hold up now. Four corners of the earth, holding the four winds of the earth. Read.
That the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor any tree. And I saw another.
Now it says, holding the four winds, which we know the four angels. I'm going to go into the scriptures for that in a moment. Right? But listen. The Bible says four corners of the earth. That's proven to everyone.
So let's get this straight. It was the four corners, four angels standing on the four corners of the earth, holding the four winds of the earth. And the subject is the four corners of the earth, because this guy's about to pull a lot of trickery, and it's going to be exposed right now. Okay, I'm going to show you his style. Okay, and he's about to be condescending now, trying to say, let's listen.
Here, there's this way. That's proven to everyone here. So that in a moment, right? But listen, the Bible says four corners of the earth. That's proven to everyone here. There's this way.
So he's trying to be smart, but he's actually, it's really sad for the people that's listening to him there and the people that's listening to him everywhere. First of all, four corners, you can't get, it's no corners on the ball. That's one thing that should be an eye raiser, okay? You can't get no corners on the ball. Balls and corners don't go together, okay? that's the first thing to investigate, okay, to lead you down a trail. So let's continue with this right here. He's trying to be like condescending right here, you know, trying to play like he's a smart aleck type of guy, but not teaching. That's not teaching. Let's continue.
Now I'm going to ask you just in earnest. When you look at the four corners of the earth, is that translating to the earth this way? Honestly. But you have somebody read this and say, that's flat earth. So how do you actually resolve that? When they're looking at scriptures like this. That means
Does four corners make you think about a ball? There's no corners on the ball. See, he avoids the subject to reflect on another subject. You see, he's not addressing that there's no such thing as corners on the ball. See.
tell you know what that means? They've spent more time getting indoctrinated with this than you can ever imagine. It has become the bane of their existence.
He's not saying about there's no corners of a ball, but that's what he's worried about. That's the point. So let's continue.
So us understanding the scriptures and all that it entails is not their mission no more. Their mission now, 24 hours a day, is flat earth, and they're being indoctrinated with all this Eastern philosophies and all that. To the point where they can't even see the scriptures straight anymore. And you know what that leads to? When we said years ago, brothers and sisters, be very careful being wavering going into all these different ways of doctrines. You may go so far that we can't get you. If you start to believe that scriptures are saying this, then now your light has become totally dark.
So let's get this straight. The people are supposed to believe in the cosmos that the slave masters has given them. And then their light is bright. Does that make any sense? The people are supposed to believe in bending water which they never seen. Then their light is bright. Does that make any sense? You know, it's reverse. This is just a disgrace, but just keep listening.
And if your light is darkness, how great is that darkness? That means you have found your own truth within scriptures, and the precepts have nothing to do with it. How can we now help you? See, you've been totally indoctrinated. Right? Because we don't have no power, again, with what people do in their spare time when they're going into these sites. They don't understand the depths of these Satanists that are online. They just need a door open. They just need to crack a little wedge, and they'll get in. Now, it's easy to resolve this scripture when it says four corners of the earth, because you resolve scripture through precept.
So he's really worried about it being four corners of the earth. And he's going to say you resolve a scripture with another scripture, but he haven't explained that scripture yet. What it is diversion. He's going to divert to another scripture and switch up the game. The con game is in full effect, so let's analyze what's going on here and pay close attention.
The Bible says, what? Through thy precepts thy good understanding, therefore I hate every false way. So if I really wanted to resolve and find out what the four corners of the earth is, I would go to a precept with the four corners of the earth and the four winds of heaven, right?
Okay, here's a slick trick right here. He said if he wanted to solve the verse with the four corners of heaven, that's the subject, the four corners of the earth. If he wanted to resolve a verse with the four corners of the earth, he would go to his scriptures with the four corners of the earth and the four corners of heaven. He's about to go to a scripture without the four corners of the earth and the scripture he just read did not have the four corners of heaven. It said four corners of the earth. He's setting them up for the finale. So let's listen some more, and then we'll analyze it even closer. But I'm going to play those words back again for you.
Resolve and find out what the four corners of the earth is, I would go to a precept with the four corners of the earth and the four winds of heaven, right? Let's get Jeremiah 49 and 36. See, this is how we resolve scripture, through precept.
Okay, so let's analyze this. So now we got both those verses here. So, the one he read first said this: after these things I saw four angels standing on the four corners of the earth, holding the four winds of the earth. So it didn't say the four winds of heaven over here. That's lie number one he said. Okay, so he said he's going to go to a verse with the four corners of the earth in it, right? That's what he said. And then he said with the four corners of heaven. It doesn't say the four corners of heaven over here. Now, he's going to go over to this verse over here, Elam. So let's let him read that, and we'll analyze that. So far, he said the four corners of heaven. It doesn't say that over here. Okay? The subject is the four corners of the earth, right? And there's no angels over here either. You got to understand that too. Now watch how he manipulates the situation. He's a con artist. Let's see what we got going here.
Right?
Jeremiah 49, verse 36.
Come on.
And upon Elam will I bring the four winds from the four quarters of heaven.
So that's that same destruction that we read in Revelation 7.
Now he's saying it's the same destruction that they read in Revelation 7. And we're going to analyze that and see is it the same also. So let's hear what else he's got to say.
It's speaking of the four winds of the four angels coming to do the will of the Most High within this earth. Now check this out.
Now he's shifting the angels from the other verses, and he's shifting the angels over to this verse. Watch him.
Read.
I will bring the four winds from the four quarters.
From the four what?
The four quarters.
The four quarters.
Now he's going to capitalize on that word quarters. So now let's go see if it says angels in that verse, like he said. Okay. And upon Elam will I bring the four winds from the four quarters of heaven. Does it say anything about angels over here? No. He's trying to bring the angels over here, over to here, because he's got a scheme he's forming up. So now he's bringing the angels over here to here. And it says the four quarters of heaven over here. And over here it says the four corners of the earth. Another trick he's trying to play too. Because he's going to take, and he's capitalized on this word quarters, and this word heaven too. And he's changing up the whole game with his con, and he never explained this one first. Now he's shifted this one. Now, this one is X'd out because he already lied on it and said it's the four corners of earth over here, but it's not. But let's continue with him and the con game, right? This is like the 5-card Molly, 3-card Molly where you lose all your money.
Of heaven. Now look at my diagram right here. From the four what?
The four quarters.
The four quarters
Of heaven.
of heaven. Now look at my diagram right here. Right. Pay into the diagram, Shabbat.
Okay, let's stop on this diagram right here. Here on this diagram where he thinks he has a globe up here painted, I got news for him. It's impossible to illustrate a globe, which is a 3,000 dimensional object on a one-dimensional surface. Okay, this surface right here, this board is a pineum, this facing of the board, and what he's actually got up here is a flat earth. Because remember, the face of the deep is in the compass, so that's the circle. And all within this is be the water. Okay, I'm going to explain to you where the four corners of the earth is on his diagram of this flat earth right here. He doesn't know what he's got here. So, you got the flat earth like this, of course, it's shaped like a pizza. And then you got the, this will be the face of the deep. It's in the compass. So all water will be in here, and then you got mountains and stuff coming out. You know, that's the earth. Now, and then when you put an X on it, it separates it in 4 quarters. 1, 2, 3, 4 quarters. And the 4 quarters have 4 corners. Where are the 4 corners? 1 corner here, 1 corner there, 1 corner here, 1 corner there. And it's quarters. 1 quarter, 1 quarter, 1 quarter, 1 quarter. And where would this be on the earth? This would be what they call the North Pole, which is the center of the earth. The center of the face of the earth. That's what the Bible is talking about. Okay? And when you have a compass, every place on the compass is going to point to the center of the earth. Every place on the compass points to the center of the earth. And this is where the 4 corners emerge right here on the flat earth. That's what the Bible is talking about right there. And the ends of the earth, the compass, if you're on the ends of the compass, ends of the earth will be all the way out to where the ends of the earth are. You can't go no more. Oh, the ends of the earth will be at the end where this compass is, on the end, the round part. That's where the end for you is right there. This circle right here. And there go the 4 corners right there of the earth on this flat earth right here. So let's read what he's got to say. Let's hear what he's got to say. You're going to see the con game now.
Now, it says from read it again, Lord.
And upon Elam will I bring the 4 winds from the 4 corners of heaven.
So you got an angel here, an angel here, an angel here, and an angel here.
Did you hear anything say angel? There go the con. And his thing is now he's gonna put it not on the 4, and when he put his cross up here, he made sure he extended it so he could play his little game, right? This is an Illuminati trick playing with circles and shapes like this to fool people. Okay, so now he's got his east-west, his fake cross on the ball. Okay, in the scriptures, there's no North Pole and South Pole. There's no such thing as a South Pole. That would be the end of the earth. See? And the North Pole would be the center of the earth, where this compass points to the center of the earth, and then the end would be what they call the South Pole, would be the end of the earth, the end of the circle. Now he's got his idolatry axle in here, his axis, and he's got his fake cross. Now watch, continue here, and it says no angels in there, so let's see, does it say angels? Okay? And upon Elam will I bring the 4 winds from the 4 quarters. It doesn't say angels. And now he wants to go into heaven, but it doesn't say no angel. This heaven right here just means the sky. Upon Elam will I bring the 4 winds from the 4 quarters of the sky. And let's see if this is the same on both, because he said these are the same, right? So over here it says, after these things I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree. I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living God, and he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels to whom it was to hurt the earth and the sea, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the service of our Elohim in our foreheads, in their foreheads. And I heard the number of them which were sealed, and there were sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel. This is about sealing the tribes of Israel, okay? Okay, all the tribes, 12,000 out of each tribe. That's what this is about. Now he said this is the same. Okay, now over here it says, and above Elam will I bring the four winds from the four quarters of heaven. That's the four sections of the sky from the center of the earth. And I will scatter them towards all those winds, and there shall be no more nation whither the outcasts of Elam shall not come. He's talking about scattering the Elamites. Totally different situation. So that's another lie he told. And I will cause Elam to be dismayed before their enemies and before them that seek their life, and I will bring evil upon them, even the fierce anger, saith Yahweh, and I will send the sword after them till I have consumed them. So he's chastising Elam. That's a totally different situation, so he lied about that also. Okay, so let's get back in here. So let's continue with this. You're going to see some more fancy stuff right here.
They enter the earth through portals from the outside, which is space.
Let's back it up a little bit.
The four winds from the four corners of heaven.
So you got an angel here, an angel here, an angel here, and an angel here. They enter the earth through portals from the outside, which is space.
So the subject was supposed to be in the four corners of the earth. Now he done transferred it to space. And he done transferred it to the angels coming in paths and this fictitious northwest and south axis through space. Now you have just seen pure con artistry. So let's continue though, because this is a beautiful thing.
Right? So really the scriptures is saying the four quarters of heaven. Why?
That verse that he was supposed to be analyzing didn't say no four quarters of heaven. It said the four winds of the earth. Now let's listen. He said why? Because watch him.
Why connect the east to the south, south to the west, and then align west to the north, and align north to the east? It would look like four corners.
Did you hear him? His followers said, there you go. Now let's check this out. How many corners we got here? We got, because a liar, his stuff never comes out right. They're so busy trying to con that they can't get the con straight. But it only appears right to foolish people. So his followers like, there you go. And this is pure idolatry. First of all, he can't show you no axis in the Bible. Can't show you no north and south pole in the Bible. So let's continue. And all this is garbage. And he done transferred it from the four corners of the earth to the four pathways for angels in heaven. Okay? And everything like that. So let's count the corners. 1 corner, 2 corner, 3 corner, 4 corner, 5 corner, 6 corner, 7 corner, 8 corners. Because a liar's stuff will never come out correct. See? And now he's successfully, for his followers, transferred it from the 4 corners of the earth, which was the subject, to the 4 corners of this fictitious heaven with angels coming in the path. And this guy is good. Okay, this is good. Let's
But
continue.
it's really talking about the locations the angels come into the earth. It's not a physical corner.
So he says now it's not a physical corner, right? So he says now it's not a physical corner. Okay, he says it's not physical corner, so let's analyze that. So here's corners here, so let's look in the Strong's right here. And in the Greek,
Strong's
Gonia.
G 1137, Gonia,
gonia,
Gonia.
gonia. Let's see what it says here. Gonia. An angle, corner, quarter. So it is a physical thing. It's an angle. And there is no angle on the ball. So the four corners angle. Okay. So that's another fib he told. That's another lie. So let's go over here to Strong's over here and see what it says in the Hebrew about these.
Strong's H, 7098. Katsah.
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 This is for quarters. So what is the quarters? Katsah. Feminine of 7097. The termination. So it's the termination of the land. The coast. Corner. Edge. So it is a physical thing. It's the edge, the termination, the coast. The utmost particle. So it's the utmost furthest regions. Okay? The edge or the edge. Right? So it is a physical thing. So, upon Edom will I bring the four winds from the four quarters. That's from the four quarters. The furthest part. The termination. So so it's the end. Okay? From the coast, the corner, the edge. This is a real thing. It is a physical thing. And over here. And after these things, I saw four angels standing on the four corners. So that's four angles. Is that right? So let me see. Four corners. An angle. Corner, quarters. Okay? And that's on a flat plane. You always see them lay the flat earth out as a clock. And then they have it sectioned off in corners when they put that cross in there. And that's what the Bible is talking about. And the center, that'll be what they call the North Pole. And all compasses point to the center of the earth. Okay, they don't point to no South Pole because there is no South. On the South, that's going towards the end of the earth. And no matter where you are in that whole pizza, it's always pointing to the center. And that's where those four corners merge too. Okay?
Breaking down the four quarters, which the angels enter the earth. It has nothing to do with the flat earth. It's speaking of the quarters of the earth. Each angel has a path that they're commanded by the Most High to come in and out of the earth.
See, he's created his own scenario. Look at him. He's serious too. That's the pure con. He successfully, to the person that can't see anything, he successfully took it from the four corners of the earth, which the Bible's still talking about. And he never analyzed that verse. And he successfully, with his manipulation, put it to the four paths in this fake world that paths angels come through. In the North Pole, a South Pole that the Bible doesn't even have a South Pole, don't have an axis, don't have a North Pole. It's got the center of the earth where all the four corners merge. And the fake east that you say that a path is out there. Where at? We don't know. And look how proud he is for what he's done. That has to be exposed right now, right here. And the whole con artistry involved. Let's see what else he has to say.
See, from these places. See, we don't get our information from NASA. Okay, we get our information from the scriptures.
Where did you get this globe from? You didn't get that from the scriptures. And you do get it from NASA, from his pictures. Because they used to say NASA went to the moon. I don't hear him saying that no more. The Esau went to the moon. Nobody's been to the moon. Okay? They can't even get to the end of the earth. How they going to get to the moon? They can't get past the firmament. If it's holding air and water molecules, how can a clunky piece of metal get through it? Okay?
Number one, the earth is not spinning. Okay? Now, a lot of people are dealing with that conspiracy of the earth spinning. NASA told us it was the earth spinning around the sun. I don't care what NASA said. Okay? The Bible don't show you a spinning earth. The earth.
So let's stop here. He's got a new development on this old tape about the flat earth. They never said the earth wasn't spinning, and they never taught the earth wasn't spinning before. When I seen them teaching about creation, so I knew somebody was going to the Bible college, and they never taught them that the earth was not spinning. This is a new development. Now, on this new development, NASA is teaching that the earth is spinning, and now you're saying that the earth is not spinning, so that's a conspiracy. And he said, people are saying it's a conspiracy. It is a conspiracy. Okay, so now they said that you admitted yourself that the earth is not spinning. So that means that the sun is doing the rotating around the earth, which you're stating now. So now they lied on the earth spinning. That's number one. They one for one. Then they lied on the sun rotating around the earth. That's two. Now, that means they have to lie on the moon too, because you only see one face to the moon. So if the earth not rotating and you only see one face to the moon, so the moon's not rotating either. So now they're 3 for 3. They lied on the earth, they lied on the sun, they lied on the moon. This is your own admission. So this is not a conspiracy. Okay, so you don't want to call it a conspiracy. So this is a conspiracy on biblical proportions. So where would we learn an answer to this at? The scriptures would solve this. Now, we're going to leave that right there for now.
It's on its axis. North this way, south this.
Now, what do you have an axis for if the earth is not spinning? An axis is an axle, brother. It's for spinning. Look up the definition of axle. It's for spinning. The same people that made it a ball put the axle on it. You got an axle on it so your earth could be tilted at 666. Okay? Now this is getting really weird. Okay? Not only that, if the sun is revolving around the earth now, it can't be doing it from way, 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 way far away, 96 million miles away. And it can't be thousands of times bigger than the earth. If it's rotating around the earth, it can't rotate around the earth from 93 million miles away in 24 hours. It has to be close just like the moon. See, now you busted again. Now you got your flock dangling out there with your cosmos, your design. The same one that's showing on these 666 earths. Now you try to make reason of your 666 earth. Go ahead, brother. Let's see you do it.
This way. It moves on its axis, but it doesn't spin.
Now you got an earth that's moving on its axis, but it doesn't spin. You're trying to clean up. This is damage control, but guess what? The Bible say the earth is immovable and cannot move. What is the axis doing on the earth? Just holding it up like a globetrotter trick? You spin it on the axle. It's just holding it up in the air. What is the axis doing if it's not spinning? The axis is an axle for spinning. Now you got a sloppy world. Okay, let's continue.
Everything else, the universe moves around the earth. And the reason why your scientists are not telling you this is because that proves that these particular, what you would call planet or stars, are beings that move. They don't want you to know this because then you would believe in the Bible and believe in angelic forces.
Stop. He's just talking about another conspiracy. They don't want you to know this. That's conspiracy, man. Okay? And now he's saying that, the stars and stuff are angelic forces. Everything's always either an angel or a demon with him. Look at his face. He always said everything is an angel or a demon. And they don't want you to know this. Okay? Let's hear that again. It's a conspiracy. He's got his own conspiracies. Let's go.
The earth. And the reason why your scientists are not telling you this is because that proves that these particular, what you would call planet or stars, are beings that move. They don't want you to know this. And I see people trying to go into Enoch, trying to say Enoch talks about a flat earth. No, he doesn't. He talks about poles that come all around
know that can't be true. We know Enoch can be talking about portals coming around the spear earth. Okay.
Another example I can give you. Read that scripture again, Evelyn.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 49,
You can hear me, young man. Read the text. Go ahead.
and upon Edom will I drink the four winds,
Make it back in. Come on.
and upon Edom will I bring the four winds from the four corners of heaven.
Another thing, this is what they're telling people, brothers and sisters. That the earth is flat and there's a dome over it. This is what they have you believe. Now, the Most High never said that. What happens when you have the sun here? Right? Let's look it up real quick. Just up a little bit. Now. Now push it down though. Now the other way. Yeah. So what happens when your sun here gets right here? Shouldn't the whole earth have light? You know they taught me to a little common sense. If this is a flat earth and the sun is greater than the earth when it comes to size, shouldn't the whole earth be lit at once? And if that's the case, where's the moon?
First of all, who says the sun is bigger than the earth? Okay? Caucasians say that the sun is thousands of times bigger than the earth. Okay? Now, Rashard himself, he says now that the sun is rotating around the earth. So is the sun 1,000 times bigger than the earth and is rotating around the earth? Okay? Is that the case? He says the sun is going through portals around the earth. So, is the humongous sun going around portals around the earth from 93 million miles away? Wouldn't that sun be just as close as the moon? As a matter of fact, isn't the sun the same size as the moon? Okay? Okay, we have an eclipse right here, right? So, here's the eclipse. So, in the eclipse, the moon passes in front of the sun. Now, mind you, this sun is supposed to be 93 million miles away from the earth, and this moon is supposed to be only tens of thousands of miles away from the earth. So it's like a discrepancy. This sun is supposed to be at least 92 million miles behind this moon. So this moon is passing in front of this sun. Why is it dark all on the side? If this sun is a big sun, 93 million miles in back of this, shining in all directions, why is this moon coming in front of it, stopping it from shining on the sides and in the back? Looks like this sun is only shining in one direction, down. Okay? You see darkness on the sides. You see darkness. That's because the sun is a disk. It's not a big ball shining in all directions. Okay? And it looks like this sun is the same size as this moon. Okay? The same size as this moon. Okay. Let me read this. This is the 19th chapter of the book of Psalms. To the chief musician, a psalm of David. The heavens declare the glory of Elohim, and the firmament showeth his handiwork. Okay, so all the handiwork of Elohim is within the firmament. It shows the handiwork. You know, you got the stars, the sun, and the moon in the firmament, you know, and you have the whole realm of the earth within the firmament in which we live in, you know, holding all the air pressure, vibrations, and water pressure, while at the same time allowing light to shine through. Okay, so You can't see the firmament or go touch it. So the Elohim informs you, the scientific methods of the creation. So, let's continue. Day unto day uttereth speech. So day unto day uttereth speech. Speech is vibrations. And all vibrations is held within the firmament. The air is held within the firmament, and the vibrations of your speech rise up on the air, right? And bounces off that firmament, just like a sonic boom. They had airplanes that blew up because of a sonic boom on YouTube. It went boom and it blew up because that vibrations is bouncing off something. Just like when you in your shower and you sing and you can feel that vibrations, right? It's just like off the walls. This is like the firmament. Okay, and night unto night showeth knowledge. So the knowledge shown by night unto night and day unto day it's impossible for them to show day and night, to illustrate it in any photos or any graphs, because they're lying on the cosmos. Every graph you see and every photo you see, it always have like a total black sky. Okay, I thought it was supposed to be half blue sky and half dark sky. All NASA's photos, they show an Earth sitting out there in a total black sky. That's because they can't show day and night on any illustration. Okay? And that's the knowledge behind that. Once you understand that, you can see how every graph that they show is idolatry. And that's one reason why the Most High say, don't be going try to draw no pictures of the cosmos and talking about it's the cosmos, or images, graven images of the earth or the heavens, because they lying about it all. Okay? And it comes out in their graphs. They can't show you what. Okay, now, moon phases. What causes moon phases? So let's see. What causes phases of the moon? The common incorrect answer is the shadow of the earth. Let me read that again. The common incorrect answer is the shadow of the earth causes moon phases. So that's the common incorrect answer according to the teachings of the Western civilization. Okay? And what causes moon phases? Okay, what causes moon phases? Moon phases are caused by changes in the moon's position relative to the sun and earth as it revolves around earth. Read it again. Moon phases are caused by changes in the moon's position relative to the sun and earth and as it revolves around earth. Okay? So it's not caused by the earth's shadows. It's caused by the position when it revolves around earth according to the Western civilization teaching. Okay? And the incorrect answer is caused by the earth's shadow on the moon. All right? So, we'll get a demonstration of that.
Tiny sliver of that lighted side. We call that a crescent moon. As the moon keeps orbiting, we can see more and more of that lighted side. We see half of the lighted half, which is a quarter moon. In this case, a first quarter moon. As we keep orbiting, we see almost...
Okay, one thing I want to say about this. These are totally fraudulent also. Okay, and let me explain why. First of all, they always like to do it in a dark room because this is a part of their hocus pocus. But this is the situation. They say the sun is 93 million miles away from the moon. See how close she's doing this demonstration? If she wants to do this demonstration, she has to go scale model. She has to step back at least 100 steps away from this sun right here, right? And guess what? She won't be able to do anything. She won't be able to achieve any moon shadow at all. The reason why, it's a total fraud. The thing is, you have to pay close attention to the details when people are doing these things. But by the same token, what she's explaining now is how the Caucasians teach that you get moon phases, and it's because of the reflection from the sun straight to the moon at different angles. Okay, and that's the point. And it's not because of anything the shadow of the moon. All right.
This is the whole lighted side. We call that a gibbous moon. Then, when we can see the entire lighted half of the moon, that's a full moon.
See, they always want to put the sun in a dark sky so they can pull off their perpetration experiment. But the sun is always in a light blue sky. This is a part of the illusion. She got mattresses and stuff all on the windows and stuff like this to make it dark so they can pull off their con game. Okay?
As the moon continues in its orbit, we begin to see less and less of that lighted side. We're back to a gibbous moon, but this time the light is on the
See all the mattresses and stuff all on the windows to make it dark.
opposite side. Then another
Mattresses all, blankets all on the windows. That's a part to make it dark, but you know what? The sun is always in the light sky.
And finally back to new moon. And the cycle begins again.
Okay. Okay, knowing what we know about what causes the phases of the moon, let's listen to Richard's teachings.
How many phases of the moon do we have on a regular basis? 30, right? Majority of the time, yeah. 6 months, 29 days. 6 months, 30 days, right? Check this out. I need you, real quick, to put the phases of the moon up there on the screen so that they can see it.
Okay, I want to analyze this chart of the phases of the moon real quick. First of all, these charts are total idolatry. Reason being, if you notice the earth right here, it has a black sky on both sides. Okay? And this supposed sunlight supposed to be shiny off the moon. Do you see any sun rays coming in? You see any sun anywhere? Even if they have the sun right here, it's going to be sun in a dark sky, then invisible perpetrating sun ray. Listen, they can't show day and night. That's why they have a total black sky here. Okay? So, now, another point being, Richard's going to be hot for this crescent, right? Because he thinks that this circular shape is the Earth's shadow causing this shape, which all the scholars, this chart is not based on that. See? Because this would be impossible to be Earth's shadow. This would be impossible to be the Earth's shadow. This shape would be impossible to be the Earth's shadow. This shape would be impossible to be the Earth's shadow. This shape would be impossible to be Earth's shadow. But Richard is fixated just on this crescent moon because it fits his doctrine and his teaching that are erroneous and coming from a place of ignorance, you know. Okay? Watch and observe.
The Bible? Okay. So we see the phases of the moon. Brothers and sisters, if the moon is shining on a flat earth, and the earth is seeing it, how can there be phases of the moon? How can you see a crescent moon
See, he's totally convinced that this circular shape right here is because of the reflection of the Earth's shadow on the moon, which is it's in total ignorance according to all teachings, and this chart is not even based on that. Because how could it be based on that when that would be impossible? That would be impossible. This would be impossible. This would be impossible. So he's in the wrong neighborhood. Okay? He's in the wrong area. He's in a zone all by himself. Oh, he's in the zone where they say is the incorrect zone. Bad astronomy. For the people who don't know what causes moon phases. That's where the area where he's dwelling at right now. But he's so sure that he's correct, and nobody's correcting him. Okay, nobody's correcting him, and this tape has been up for years, and nobody's correcting him. And every time somebody sees this, they see how ignorant he is, and that's a reflection on all his followers also. He needs to take this down. But anyway, listen further.
That's common sense. Now, are you showing all the phases of the moon right there? Are they seeing the face of the moon? Okay, do the next one here for me. Let's across the moon.
See, he's hot for this one right here, because this man ignorantly believes that this crescent here, this is the moon, is the earth casting this shape. When nobody, they say that that's what people who don't know what they're talking about, don't know the understanding of the phases of the moon, that's what they ignorantly believe. And plus it couldn't be true because all the other phases would be impossible for this to, different shapes would be impossible. But he's ignoring all that. He haven't did no research or no meditation on this. And he's fixated about this right here, right? Okay? Not only that, you see this part right here that's supposed to be a shadow? You're seeing through this and seeing the black sky. And in the daytime, you see through this and see the blue sky. This is the part that you cannot comprehend about the moon. And this right here is not no reflection from the sun. How is the sun going to be shining over here and only shine on this little spot and not shine around? It's dark all around. See, this is light shining through darkness, and the people with a dark mind can't comprehend this. See, light shining through darkness, and darkness comprehends it not.
If the moon was on top of the flat earth, you wouldn't have a circular crescent of the moon. That's a shadow off of a round object. Now, since the
You see, you heard him say that's a shadow off of a round object, and he's talking about the earth.
moon is shining from where? The sky all around us, you can see this circular motion of what? The earth. Where's that shadow coming from? The earth itself.
Okay, this is not a shadow, and this is not coming from the earth. And the Bible said that this is the moonlight, and it's not coming from the sun either. Because how can the sun just shine on this one little part bright and it's dark all around? He never observed the heavenly bodies, and he's using totally ignorant analysis.
So where's the flat earth? Yes, sir.
That's a shadow from the earth, right?
Yes.
Where's the corners of the earth?
Yeah, where's the corner of the earth? See, it almost becomes a comedy show.
Okay, one of his pupils said, "Is that the shadow of the earth?" And he misled them through ignorance. He said, "Yep." And then then the guy said, "Well, where's the corners?" And he said, "Yep." See, he's still looking for the corners. This guy is going way down the wrong avenue, right? And he said it's like a comedy show. And guess who's the comedy show? Him. Just like I said, when people are disingenuous and ignorant and they're pointing fingers, they're always talking about themselves. He is the comedy show here, thinking that this is a shadow from the earth, when he is the only him and the incorrect people who don't know the definition of what the slave drivers say causes the moon phases, they're the only ones saying that. They're ignorant people. Okay? And he's a leader of a flock and he's so convinced. Okay?
But what I'm telling you, let's turn back here. Now here's a crescent moon. I'm going to show it again so they can see. If the earth is like this,
He's about to dig himself deeper. Watch this.
right? You wouldn't have a complete crescent of a moon because it would stop halfway. It goes up and down and around the sphere that's causing shadows.
Okay, now you seen it for yourself. He's thoroughly convinced on this ignorant notion. And he's driving in his point. And that's exactly how his cosmos is. Okay? Now, here's a picture. The next picture, illustration he's about to use. Now I'm going to go over these graphs and show you about these idolatrous charts that he's using. Because the Bible said don't make no images of the heavens and the earth and everything. And I'm going to show you why. This is all idolatry. And let me show you why. Okay, here's his first graph right here. Of course, he was hot for this one right here, the crescent, because he thought this is the shadow of the earth. This would be impossible to be the shadow of the earth. This would be impossible. This would be impossible. This would be impossible. This would be impossible. He picked this just one and didn't even look at all the rest. And had the nerve to post it up here like people can't decipher this and understand what's going on here. And look, none of his flocks saying anything about it. Right? Now here's this other picture right here. He's going to show. Now, let me show you the idolatry in here. So now you got the sun in a dark sky. That's the beginning of the illusions. Anybody showing you these are dumb or they trying to fool you. Sun in a dark sky. Where's the sunlight? Now here's the earth. The sun is supposed to be shining down on the earth. There's no sunlight coming down. When you get to the earth, it's supposed to be lit up over here. What color sky they got? When you come out and it's lit up on the earth, is the sky black? No. So let me see. So let's count all the lies in this. I'm going to count all the lies that I can point out to you. First of all, the sun would be 93 million miles away, so it'd be way further back. Next thing, that's lie number one. Lie number two, if it was a big ball like they're illustrating here shining in all directions, the whole sky would be lit up. Lie number three. That's lie number two. Lie number three. All this reflecting on the moon and stuff like this, none of them have a blue sky and a dark sky. That's lie number four. Lie number five. You come down to the earth, it's supposed to be a sunshiny day, they got a black sky. Lie number five. Lie number six. Both sides of this earth got the same color sky. That's lie number six. Okay? And this is all they can do, because the Bible says they can't show you day into day and night unto night because they are lying. And this man's got the audacity to show these idolatrous graphs to educate people with. The truth is coming out. Now, listen. Let's look at some more. I'll show you some more examples of the idolatries. Here's a picture from NASA, supposedly of the earth and the moon. Look at this earth. It's out there. They got a sunshiny day. Where's the blue sky? Where's the sunlight anywhere? Where are the stars? Okay? This is idolatry because the Bible says they cannot show you day and night. So they're going to have a lit up over here and fake the funk showing you a dark sky because they figure you ain't smart enough to figure this out. See? Now the earth got the dark sky on this side and the dark sky on this side. And they faking the funk showing you daytime with no light sky. No sun nowhere. The moon. No blue sky, no dark sky. Okay? Total idolatry from NASA. This is supposed to be a shot from NASA from the moon. This is supposed to be a camera on the moon. This is the earth. Here you go, the earth out here. Where are the stars? Where is the blue sky? You got They supposed to be having a sunshiny day. Where in the hell is the blue sky? Why the earth got a blue and a dark sky on both sides? Idolatry, okay? And that's why the Bible say don't be making those images. Now here's NASA's picture of the earth. You got the earth is lit up, the sky is dark. Oh, that's par for the course for the liars and the Illuminati's and the fake people, okay? We're showing you this. They're keeping you in the darkness. See the darkness? So, earth, no blue sky, dark on both sides. Idolatry, and every NASA's photo is like this because they can't show day unto day and night unto night like the Bible says. And it's that simple to destroy this idolatry. Okay? And here it is right here, the fake blue marble. You don't, okay? It's speaking for itself. It's exposed right now. Expose this garbage. Okay? And they can't show you a picture. Okay? So let's go back to what he's talking about.
So the part that shines from the of the sun gives what? The moonlight, and then the reflection, the shadow of the earth brings the crescents as it moves.
He said the shining off the sun gives the moonlight. I don't see no light coming from the sun on this picture. I see a sun over here in darkness, and then they got some little perpetrating light over here. See? It's fake, and he's going for the fake, or either faking you out, either way. Either he's ignorant or he's a con artist. Either way, not suited to be a leader.
From one day to the next. That's what Enoch is talking about. Right with that.
So he said this is what Enoch is talking about. All right? Let's hear that again.
The crescents as it moves from one day to the next. That's what Enoch is talking about. Right with that. Now, as teachers of the Bible, we must enforce this because we understand what the enemy's doing.
Okay, he's going into his Napoleon mode now. He says as teachers of the Bible, he doesn't know nothing about the cosmos, nothing that causes a moon phase. He's got all this idolatrous charts up here, and now he's slapping rank like he's Napoleon Bonaparte. Okay, so let's continue. Now his Napoleon complex is coming out.
By default, even through ignorance, they have us believing in a God that created a flat earth.
Ignorance is when you don't know what causes a moon phase and you're so thoroughly adamant about it. You think you know, and you are making yourself look really, really bad, and you need to take this video down, okay? I'm telling you to take this video down because you've been called out and your ignorance has been exposed.
That God is an Eastern mythology.
He's trying to say that Eastern mythology, that's where the flat earth and the flat water comes from. Not only does it come from the Bible, the Egyptians, the Babylonians, the Mayans, all cultures knew that the world was a plane and the water is flat. Only when slavery came in 1492, when they killed the people and made them worship the image and sit in the schools, that they baptized the whole world into the globe. See, it's a trail of their lives. They went out, so that was their agenda from the beginning, to enslave these people and give them a false cosmos that they don't believe in it. The elite don't believe in no spinning globe. They got that for the ignorant people because that makes them superior to you. You believe in idolatry while they're practicing the real thing. Nobody who believing in bent water could be making all this machinery. Guns and radar and stuff like that go straight, man. You think they don't know what's going on? Airplanes go straight, man. Okay?
So we are letting forces amongst us without standing with the Bible. And then we'll compromise and say, well, it may be or it may not be. It
Now he's belittling his people by trying to talk down on them. If he wanted to discredit the flat earth, he should do that with the scriptures, going to the scriptures and showing that the earth is a ball and that the water is bent, okay? And all this stuff he's talking about. Now by trying to belittle and tell him his demons and all this stuff like that, that doesn't make people, that only convinces weak-minded people. You need the scriptures and you need science. And he's not providing any of that, okay?
That's not the point. The Bible, no one ever said that it was a flat earth created by the Most High.
Not only that, it's very important to not be contradicting the Most High. If he says water is straight, you can't come along and say it's curved. If he say the sun, he stopped the sun, you can't come along and say the sun, that the earth is spinning. You know, if he say that the sun is moving, you can't come along and say the sun is not. If you say the earth is still and can't be spinning, moved, you can't come along and say it's moving. You're contradicting the Most High to his face.
The point. And the fact that you can get that understanding from the outside of the Bible and try to inject it is the issue. You are against the Most High.
It's always the ones that say you are against the Most High is the actual one against the Most High. It's always the one that say there's a demon, there's a demon. They're the actual demon. See, they're always the ones that say the philosophy, they're the ones following philosophy without science. See, you have to understand, satanics, they turn everything in reverse. Also, he's trying to say that they use the flat earth to scare people in the following the flat earth because they don't want to believe in the government. All he does is scare his congregation. Oh, there's a demon there. Oh, you see the Greeks follow this. Look, the Greeks and everybody knew it was a flat earth. Not just the Greeks, everybody knew it was a flat earth with a firmament. Everybody had that.
Okay. Well, you should have just stayed with the book itself. And then off of these sites that was created by who? By Satanists. Right? Hold fast to what you have learned.
Now he's telling you to hold fast to the cosmos that you learned from these Caucasian conquerors. Are you hearing this? But he contradicts himself because he said, oh, they lied about the earth rotating. Now, see, these type of people, they stick their foot in their own mouth all the time. Okay? He said, hold fast to what you've learned, although he admitted that they lied on all the planets. The earth, the sun, they said the earth was spinning, he said it's not, so that's a lie. Then that by default, that means that the sun is doing the moving. So they lied on both, and then you only see one side of the moon. If the earth is not rotating, neither is the moon, because you only see one side. So that they lied on all the three planets. And he's saying, hold on fast to what you have. And he himself admitted that they lied on the planets. This is not sound doctrine. The Bible says in the end they will not endure sound doctrine. And I hope you are understanding this, the people who are under his spell.
It's not about whether or not it's important. It's don't have anything to do with that. It has everything to do with there's an idea behind this that leads to accepting the New World Order, New Age agenda.
The New World Order is when they came and put the cosmos in a new order. In other words, when they came with the globe, that's the new order of the cosmos, the new order of the ages. The New World Order has been here ever since slavery, been here ever since they've been coming out with this globe. They put a new order of the ages, the cosmos, a new way to think. You have to watch these slick guys. See, he's going to lead you from the pan into the fire.
All right. Last thing that I wanted to go over real quick. Can you slide that computer around to me real quick? I need you to say that before you do that because I don't want nothing to happen. See?
Okay. The analogy on this whole thing is, okay, you've seen everything for yourself. Here's you You seen the graven images. You seen the 666 images. You seen the illogic, and you seen the ignorance for yourself. Okay, I have to bring and expose this out because I knew somebody who was getting educated, you know, like in this Bible college, and was about to get baptized, and I had to wake them up. They was about to get baptized in this name that they use, and I had to wake them up. I'm not trying to come against no name or nothing like this right now. What I'm trying to do right now is show the hypocrisy and how this man is not fit to be a leader. He doesn't even understand how you get moon phases, and he's totally in the dark. He's got to clean this up, or as long as he keep this tape up here, he'll be looking ignorant, and everybody who follows him will be looking ignorant also. On that note, peace and shalom, and to all them Hebrews out there, talking about we live on a ball and all this. I'm gonna say kudos to the big Hebrews in Detroit and everything who came out with the truth. All right, and let's come out with the truth on this because, hey, this is weird. All you Hebrews talking about we live on a ball and stuff like that. Peace, shalom, and beautiful vibrations to you.